Yo, what's going on? House Divided back again, episode 6.
Yeah.
Our boy B Hill, Corey
Yeah.
Hilliard here. We are going to do a week 3 preview, college football. Yes, sir. Before we start, though, B Hill, tell them what they can do.
You already know what time it is in here. You guys go ahead and hit that like button for us if you don't mind. Go ahead and subscribe. And if you don't mind as well, go ahead and hit that notification bell. Drop a comment down there in that box if you got any kind of comments towards our show, guys. We'd love to hear from y'all. Well, let's get it started, Corey. This is going to be a good one, man. It's not the greatest games in the world, but there is a few, and we do want to break them down for you guys. So the first one that we're going to start off with here is going to be Miami versus Texas A&M. The Aggies. The first storyline that's intriguing to me on this game, Corey, and then I'm going to have your take on it, is Jimbo Fisher, man. I've heard takes that he's coaching for his job now. And not only coaching for his job, but that goes recruits as well. What's going on with those recruits in their heads, everything else. So
he's fresh off a number 1 recruiting class, right?
Right.
And here's the deal. This is Jimbo Fisher versus Kevin Sumlin. Track record. Jimbo Fisher, win-loss, 35-15. Sumlin, 36-14. Top 25. 7-10 against top 25 teams for Fisher. 9-11 against top 25 teams for Sumlin. Losses as a favorite, 6 for Jimbo Fisher. Losses as a favorite for Kevin Sumlin when he was the coach of Texas A&M, 4. They fired Kevin Sumlin.
Yep, for the same performance.
For the same performance, and honestly,
maybe
his is a little better
from what it sounds to me.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that. Good stats for us, Corey. That was good, man. I like that.
He is in must-win mode. I mean, what do you think? What do you think game-wise? They got A&M as a 6-point favorite at home.
I'm looking right here, right now. I'm looking at the Tyler Van Dyke kid, the quarterback from Miami, man. That dude's a natural-born leader. He's a baller. I like that dude, and he's looked good here early. They got another guy by the name of Henry Parrish Jr.
Yeah, the running back.
That dude right there, 37 carries, 217, and 4 touchdowns on the year. That's
in the first 2 games.
In the first 2 games. So
wow.
That's averaging over 100 yards per game and 2 touchdowns a game. I'll take that any day, any week from my running back. So the dude's absolutely balling. So we'll see. You know that Allen Field or whatever they call that. What is it? Allen Field?
Kyle Allen Field.
That's what I thought. They're going to be ruckus. It's going to be crazy, man. They lost to Appalachian State.
Yep.
I mean, that was a gut punch. I'm surprised, honestly. There was a bunch of controversy that they were actually still in the top 24, Corey.
I am too, to be honest. I mean, it was not pretty. Here's what you got to realize with A&M. If you watched that game last week against App State, they gave 181 yards, all right, to App State on the ground. All right. App State had the ball for 41 minutes. And you just told me about Henry Parrish, 217, 4 tutties in the first 2 weeks. What do you think they're going to do they popped that film on at the beginning of the week, was like, oh my gosh, we're about to eat this up. You know what I mean? And I see it like this, bro. Texas A&M, I think where Miami wins this game is forcing A&M to beat them through the air. A&M is, 96 rush yards a game. Miami is only giving up 58 rush yards a game. Texas A&M has a toughness problem. They don't rush the ball well. They can't stop the run. That right there lets me know you don't practice hard in practice, or you just got soft guys up front. I mean, what do you think?
Both. I think give me that -6. I'm rolling with Miami.
I think so too.
Give me all that. Give me all of that.
Yeah.
All of that. So, yeah, I'm rolling with Miami in this one, man. So, you got Miami as well?
I got Miami as well.
That's a good pick. BYU, Oregon. Yeah, Oregon and Bo Nix, man. That sucker, he's been 450, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, they got busted out by Georgia in the first game, came back against a non-conference team and handled their business. So they're 1-1. But BYU, on the other hand, that quarterback, Jaron Hall, he's nice. He looked good against Baylor. Yep. You know, on the year, he's 48 for 71, 522, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. If you happen to have his rushing stats, go ahead and hit me with them because I'm not sure what his rushing stats are right now.
I don't even have his rushing stats. I do know this, though. Points per game, BYU 38, Oregon 36. Points against per game, so BYU's only giving up 20. Oregon's giving up 31. Now, a big chunk of that is the Georgia game, obviously. It's 83 rushing yards on 33 carries against Baylor. And Oregon is only giving up an average of 116 rush yards a game. So Oregon's defense is underrated. The stats are a little skewed because they actually played a really good run defense against Georgia. Georgia did most of their damage through the air. I think with BYU struggling last week to run the football, they had the luxury of being at home, though. So when you're struggling to run the football and you're at home, you know, the crowd's behind you, it's a little easier to pass on 2nd and long, 3rd and long. They don't want to go up to Oregon and struggle to run the football and be in 2nd and long and 3rd and long. Small stadium, only 50,000 people, but that's a hard place to play, bro.
Eugene can get it rocking, though.
Yes.
I've seen Eugene get it rocking over in there. So give me BYU. Give me BYU and give me the points. Give me that 3.5. I'll take BYU. I like BYU in this situation. I mean, they've already beaten a Baylor team. BYU's on the up and coming right now. I think they're going to beat a number 25 ranked Oregon. They should beat them. They should beat Oregon.
I'm so close to agreeing with you because I want to pick BYU. I'm so close to picking BYU. The only thing that scares me is them not being able to run the ball.
Okay.
And so you going on the road, not being able to run the ball,
So you going with Oregon? You going with Oregon?
I'm going to Oregon.
Okay,
I think they'll cover the 3.5.
Oklahoma, Nebraska. I believe the line's at 11. Last time I seen it, if I'm not mistaken, it's been like 11, 11.5. I've seen it as high. I've seen it go as high as 13. So we're just going to play like it's the 11.5. We'll go with 11.5 right here. And to start it off, I am going to go Oklahoma, of course, against Nebraska to cover on that 11.5. And the reasons being, I mean, Dylan Gabriel, his stats, 36 for 51, 529, and 5 touchdowns, and no interceptions. But here's something that I want to see from Dylan Gabriel this week that I have not seen in the first 2 weeks. I want to see him open it up and let him air it out. They have not done that yet.
Let him be more aggressive.
He's done it with Marvin Mims. I want to see Theo Weiss get involved. I want to see Jalil Farouk get involved. I want to see Drake Stoops get more involved. I want to see all those things. I want to see Eric Gray, Marcus Major get it done in the backfield. And then on the defensive side, I want to see Reggie Grimes continue to do what Reggie Grimes has been doing. He's got 4.5 sacks right now, and I want to say like 6 tackles for loss. And Ethan Downs, I want to see him get started. He's got 1.5 sacks through the first 2 games. I was expecting a lot more out of Ethan Downs. He's the opposite edge rusher from Reggie Grimes,
right? For
those that don't know that out there. But I'm looking for him to get going as well. Defense right now, though, for Oklahoma, Brent Venables is bringing it with him. They're 2nd in the nation, not in the Big 12, folks, in the nation in tackles for loss. And they're tied for 3rd in total sacks. An Oklahoma defense, especially the defensive line, they are bringing the heat early. And I don't see anything that Casey Thompson and Nebraska, without Scott Frost, who got fired, I mean, they're a dumpster fire, man. Am I overhyping this, or am I right on track?
No, defense has been stellar. Guess how many points they given up a game? Average 8.
Hasn't been like
8.
They're like 100. They're like
they gave up 13 the first game, 3 last game.
Oh, you're talking about Oklahoma.
I'm talking about Oklahoma. They've only given they're only giving up 8 points a game right now. On top of those other defensive stats you gave me.
Kent State and UTEP, I hope we would be ranked up there. If we're not, we're asking ourselves why we're not.
Right. So, just like you were last year. Tulane. Right. Those games where you guys were up, 20, 30 points, and then next thing you know, it's a game. Y'all gave up like 30. Right. This is marked improvement for your Sooners. This is what y'all should be doing. This is what Oklahoma should be doing to teams. You should have an average of 8 to 10 when you're playing these kind of teams. So that's promising for you guys. I think the real weakness here is Nebraska's defense. Nebraska actually puts up 492 on offense a game, but their defense, they give up 490 a game. So you can see why they're 1-2, because as much as they score, it's as much as they give up.
Absolutely. I mean, Casey Thompson has put together a solid year. He just can't stop. He is turnover prone, though. He will give you the ball. He's got 62 for 97, 866, 4 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. That's what he's got.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I know this was not a Brent Venables defense last year. Casey Thompson, when he was with Texas, 20 of 34, 388 yards and 5 tutties against OU's defense last year. That doesn't scare you at all? A little bit, maybe?
Why would it? Why would it?
Because he's familiar with you guys. He ain't scared. I mean, last time he played y'all, he lit y'all up.
Yeah, and he had Xavier Worthy and Bijan Robinson and Jordan Whittington and all those weapons that Texas has. It's what he
just went toe-to-toe with Alabama. He ain't got those guys no more.
He doesn't have that no more.
You guys can't just come in there thinking y'all about to just lay the wood and just smack them down. These guys are going to be very emotional. They just lost their coach.
It's
right. That stadium's going to be very emotional.
They're wounded. It's a wounded team. You never know. They have nothing to lose. 0 to lose. Oklahoma has everything to lose. They have 0 to lose.
All right.
So, but I got OU covering, man. They're going to cover. What you got?
I do too. I'm just telling you don't play with fire is all I'm saying. I got them covering at 11. I think it'll be a closer game for a longer period of time than you guys would want it to be. I think y'all will pull away late.
Well, yeah, last week was a longer period of time than I wanted it to be. I didn't want it to be 7 to 3.5.
That's exactly my point, though. Why did it take y'all so long?
I don't understand. Well, I don't know. They were trying to. I don't know. I mean, they were trying to figure things out. You could tell, but there was like a lot of times that I seen that there was a receiver running scot-free down the field, and Dylan Gabriel missed it. So I need him to start seeing those. I need him to start getting them. So we'll see as we continue on. He's done well, but he doesn't have any interceptions either. But it's because he's been a little hesitant, I want to say. He sits back there in the pocket.
Still that filling out process with him. Let it rip.
Yep.
You're just wanting to let him rip, man. Just go out there and have fun.
You're not at UCF no more. You don't have just one receiver out there. You got like 3 or 4 dudes that can catch the ball. And they can run with it after they catch it. So let them have the ball.
There you go.
That's all I say. But other than that, things have been well. They're going to cover. No problem. Yep, this number 4 game, though, that I got on here, man, it's kind of a little bit of OU bias because just Spencer Rattler in general. I mean, it's been tough going for him, man. And he had Arkansas last week. They lost 44-30. You know what I mean? He went 24 for 39. He threw for 376 yards, but he had a tutty and a pick.
Just one touchdown, one pick?
Yeah, but this week, though, man, you just went against Arkansas and got beat by 14, mind you, right?
Right.
They got Georgia, man. They're about to get destroyed. That's going to be a shellacking.
Yeah, bro. You saw what they did to Bo Nix.
Oh, man. And Bo
And
Nix
I'm assuming he's a little better
Spencer
than Bo
Rattler.
Nix, but this can get ugly.
See, me and you disagree on that one. I think Bo Nix is better than Spencer Rattler.
Really?
He's not. What has he done, dude? I mean, I'm
You
good.
mentioned I was a Big 12 championship 2 years ago. Did he not? Was he not the
In
starting quarterback on
2020,
that team?
in COVID, during
COVID year.
COVID.
Okay, I'm gonna save this clip because when we talk about the Lakers in basketball season, I'm gonna save this clip. I'm gonna save this clip, B. Thank you. That's all I want to hear. All right.
That's what you're gonna do, huh?
I do feel bad for him, man. I followed Spencer Rattler a little bit throughout the years. He kind of got that rap for being cocky on that show he did. I think he did some kind of show where people are kind of saying
on Netflix.
Yeah,
on Netflix, that QB1 or whatever it was.
I think he got in over his head. I think he got cocky. I think he thought it was going to be easy, and it's not. You got to continue to work. Nothing's handed to you in life, especially in the game of football, bro. Nothing's handed to you. You can be the hot thing one day, and the next day you're nothing, bro. And he's learning that the hard way.
I think it's gotten a lot harder for him, though. I don't know why he went to South Carolina. I mean,
I don't think he had that many options. Where else was he going to go?
That's fair. Because he couldn't even have started over Dylan Gabriel, man. I'm taking Dylan Gabriel over Spencer Rattler. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I can't argue with that. You got anything else? I mean, it's Georgia. They're going to cover. I don't even know
what's the line on
it
it.
Let me look here. Let me see. Minus 24.5.
Oh, I was close. Minus 24.5. Oh my God. Yeah. I'll take Georgia on that. They'll cover.
Give it to me. Okay. So we both got Georgia there. The last game I want to touch on, man, I don't know. I'm not saying they're on upset alert or anything, but they don't need to sleep on this team. USC versus Fresno State.
Fresno State's traditionally one of those teams that will just pop up and bite you, man. They got good players on that team.
Jake Haener, man, he's been letting it fly, dude. 65 of 87, 737, 3 touchdowns and no picks. Doesn't have as many touchdowns as he would like, I'm sure, but he's been letting that thing fly.
Yeah, that's still – what's the completions? Would you say completion and attempts?
65 out of 87.
Bro, that's pretty damn good.
That's
65 out of 87, bro. That's really good.
That's in 2 games. That's 2 games.
Ooh,
so they throw the ball a lot. But on the other side, though, listen to these stats. 39 for 49, 590 yards, 6 touchdowns, and no interceptions.
That's your boy, huh?
Man, that dude, Caleb, dude, he's a baller.
We said he was going to be in the Heisman race, man.
And he's right there in it, man. And then you got Jordan Addison with 12 receptions, 226 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
In 2 games.
They're balling. That chemistry's linked up real quick.
You got the national stats on USC's defense. Like, what are they giving up per game? What do they rank?
I see here that they give up 53.5 points per game, 21 points per game allowed. Or they score 53.5 points. They give up 21. But they're giving up a lot of rushing yards, Corey. 183.5. And they have 177 passing yards. Passing yards are a lot better, but they're letting you run the ball all over them.
That's never good.
Oof.
That's never good. If teams are running the ball on them like that, that means they can open up play action. When you can run the ball on a team, and you can start doing play action, deep shots, crossers over the middle, drags, and all that stuff. That's why you always want to shut down the run game.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, your boy Lincoln's going to have to recruit the middle of that defense, bro. He's going to have to get some D tackles. Some he never really did at OU, though.
He ain't got him coming in, though, in this. He's not doing that right now, dude.
He never really did it at OU. I mean, he tried. I mean, you guys always had like decent tackles, but there weren't no Gerald McCoy. There weren't no Tommy Harris's.
Here's the difference between Lincoln Riley and Brent Venables when it comes to recruiting. Lincoln Riley used to put all of his eggs into one basket. now he would be putting his eggs into one basket for a very highly touted player. But the problem is Nick Saban would come in there and scoop them on up. Did that with many running backs, other players like that. I mean, man, Jace McClellan, the running back for Alabama right now, he was once committed to Oklahoma, and Nick Saban flipped him.
Ooh.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just, but that's what I like about this staff. Brent Venables doesn't look like he's going to be sat there with his pants down. He's not going to get caught with his pants down. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just not going to happen. So, I don't know. That's enough about that, though. I'm not trying to hate, but USC, they're getting a little bit more love than what I think they deserve.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, they're ranked, what, 7th?
They've just boosted them on up there for 2 wins. And, I mean, it's Stanford, okay. Are we calling them like they're Stanford's the latest and greatest now? I mean, come on, let's just be honest. And then they played Rice. So we really haven't seen what they're about yet. Let's see when they actually play a team. And I'm not saying that's going to be this week either against Fresno State.
No.
So we'll see, man. It's going to be interesting.
Yep. Is there
anything else? Is there anything else you wanted to cover this week?
You want to talk about the Frost firing real quick, or?
Man, dude, that program, Nebraska, man, they're a dumpster fire, dude.
It's sad, man. That used to be one of the marquee programs in not only the Big 12, the Big 8, but 90s. They won 3 natties in the 90s.
They should have kept Bo Pelini.
Yeah, they
should have never got rid of Bo Pelini, man. He wasn't that bad. He was just having a few down years. They needed to, you know what I'm saying? But he had like a culture and a foundation there at least. So
it's going bad, B, if they'd have just held on to Scott Frost and let him go October 1st, they'd have saved $8 million. Do you know that?
You know what's really crazy though, man? Like, look at the 2 directions of these programs. You want to talk about a rivalry this weekend, right?
Oh,
look at Oklahoma. Look what Oklahoma just had happen to them. Nebraska fired their coach, right?
Yeah.
Our coach walked out on us.
Yeah. Bless you.
Man, excuse me. Yeah, our coach walked out on us in the middle of the night after we lost to y'all in Bedlam. So it's crazy, the 2 directions of these programs, but it just goes to show you we stepped right back up, hired Brent Venables, top 10 recruiting class in 2022, and then just followed it up. So I'm excited for this weekend. I'm excited to put a thumping on Nebraska. I hope they absolutely embarrass them. I really do. That's what they need to embarrass Nebraska. Like, this shouldn't even be a game. This shouldn't be a game.
I'm excited to see the atmosphere. I want to, Nebraska is a cool place to play, man. See your red. It's a pretty cool environment. I like to see that on TV. I just like to see those 2 teams on the field again. You know what I mean? Just like it was last year. It was pretty cool. And it was a good game last year.
I was at that game last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one where Devon.
Oh, the one-hander? Yeah.
Oh, that was
pretty cool.
But, hey, guys, this is going to be it for today, though. I did want to let y'all know, coming up, guys, y'all are going to want to stay in touch with us because we're going to be hopping on some other guys' podcasts, everything else we're going to be getting out there. So, if you guys just go ahead. Remember, always drop down that comment box. Give us a thumbs up for a like. Notification. Go ahead and hit them notification bells and hit that subscribe button as well if y'all don't mind.
Oh, and the social media links. Right in the description. Check us out on social media. We're on Twitter. Go ahead and hit a follow on Twitter. You can find us at House Divided 17. Yes, sir. That's what it is on Twitter. So just go ahead and hit a follow on that as well. Check us out on Insta too. I think B, you're leaving Sunday to go to Philly, right, for the game. Something live on Instagram while he's at the what is it, Eagles Vikings game? Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. All right. We out. Peace.